Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel here. The market has closed. We are going to be looking into the daily scoreboard and the Twitter stuff. I have been looking through Twitter today and I couldn't actually see many charts other than Bitcoin. So there will not be that big of a Twitter recap today. As always, if you want to become a member, subscribe or become a member to the YouTube channel, and then you will get, the extra videos for the private subs only. With that said, we're going to look tomorrow what big data is coming out tomorrow. We will quickly have a look-see, and we have a big one, two big ones actually. We have core PCE, coming in month over month and year over year. Also, we have initial jobless claims tomorrow. I don't think the markets will do much until we get this kind of data. So this will be a massive mover for tomorrow. Very, very, very big. It's 1 hour before the US markets are opening up. Big one. We also have Chicago PMI, a small one, I will say. Then we have a lot of FOMC guys talking. But again, nothing trumps this one here. That's the big one. PCE and jobless claims coming out at the same time. That will be volatility all over the place. So with that said, we have to look into the charts for today, or at least what happened today. Overall, it was a somewhat of a calm day, but only crypto really did some big moves today, wild swings intraday also with the Coinbase incident. Basically, silver is flat, so nothing major to report there. Gold up a tiny bit. I'm using Heikin-Ashi candles now. I wanna switch back to those for some time to see, just to play with that a bit. I find them very useful in many occasions. So gold to silver ratio up 0.20%, and yeah, we on looking at Heikin-Ashi, it's really bullish still here. No doubt about it. The trend is very strong looking at a Heikin-Ashi candles. But again, that could change tomorrow to the downside, obviously. But we could also see a massive runoff if the numbers come in not in favor for basically everything, right? But especially gold and silver. Dixie, finding a green Heikin-Ashi here. Not a reversal candlestick, but again, up 0.14%. Somewhat of a down day, but still printing its first green uptrend, or its green Heikin-Ashi candle there. Bitcoin, as mentioned, up 6%. Huge intraday volatility, massive volume coming in. Again, at the end of trends, you usually see a lot of volume coming in at the end of trends, and I think this is more an end of trend than than an entry point. We are coming into some hefty resistance up there, so definitely the next few days, weeks maybe, is very interesting for Bitcoin, at least. I do think that if this is some sort of big topping pattern here, at least big inward head and shoulders, then we will go down to 30K before we eventually break the all-time highs. But again, I'm not too sure that is what is in store for us. But again, let's see. Oil basically flat here today. Haven't broken out of that inward head and shoulders above that 79. Did we break out on normal candlesticks? Nope, we didn't. So again, we haven't broken out yet, but the trend is strong, and I think it takes a lot to reverse this. If we trigger above, then that's a measured move to in the low to mid 70s, 90s, excuse me. GDXJ down 1%, still heavily downtrend when you look at it from a Heikin-Ashi point of view. A bit of a double bottom potential here, and yeah, but again, 1% down today is basically more or less a flat day for the good old gold miners. Silver miners down 1.5% today. A strong trend down here. We're already down roughly, what is that, 30% in 2024? Holy mackerel, that's intense. And yeah, again, we're coming into double bottom territory here as well, from on a longer term timescale. And this this move here is overdone in my view. We're at least getting a bounce. It just depends on how large it will be. Actually, uranium spot price here is catching a little bit up 0.5%. Nothing major in the overall scheme of things. URNM had a great day yesterday, and it is down 2.5% today. But we are starting to see green Heikin-Ashi candles. And actually, that is that daily candle. No, it's not entirely a buy, but we are starting to see green Heikin-Ashi candles. But it does take some time before we start to print really bullish green Heikin-Ashi candles. I think we will see that next week if we're lucky. If we're lucky. US 10-year rates down 1% today, basically nothing. We're hovering here below that massive 4.3% level. Again, tomorrow will be a big day. I'm positive. I think no matter what, actually, even though if we hit dead on target with regarding to PCE and jobless. But again, two big numbers coming out, always big volatility. Palladium, again, I think we have a very good chance of making that bottom here. We are now at the lows here. So again, we need to see that right shoulder getting formed down 1.5% today. But this is the best bottoming structure, potential structure that I have seen in over 2 years. Everything else has just been more or less bear flagging. And this is the first time that we have something that might be in the favor of bulls. And also given the fact that palladium has come down from 3,400 down to 800. Man, that's insane. Platinum here down 1.5%, nothing major. Still somewhat of a tight range here for 2024. Let's see where it goes. Copper, up 0.25%. Nothing major, nothing really is happening here. For copper, you could argue that we have broken this downward double rail, breaking out, and this is a bull flag in the making. So when we break here and breaking $4, if we do, that's hugely bullish for copper and also inflation. And if you're looking at where oil is, copper, gold as well. What else have I forgotten? Also, coal looks like at a very key, major support. Nat gas has dropped like 90%. I think we could be on the verge of the next inflation wave that will start now, and we will feel the pain in 2 years' time. Roughly 18 months. So, but yeah, tomorrow, massive day. But before we go, I think I found one chart, actually only one chart that really was somewhat of importance. Again, it's crypto. There were only Bitcoin charts all over the place, and usually when my Twitter page is filled with uranium, going to the moon, all that, I don't know, but very often that is the top for this move, or gold, or silver, even though it hasn't been that much lately. And now we have crypto here just getting. My Twitter is just all over Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that good stuff. And we had this mega crash here where Coinbase, couldn't. All of a sudden there were no balances on the accounts. Not a good sign, really. But again, let's see how it acts out. But that is a huge possible tell that this is the top for this mega move here. Again, I could be wrong, but still, usually at end of trends you get big volatility. Just look at the palladium chart. That's all from my side today. If you want to be a part of the private stuff, the private channels, go check out the YouTube, become a member, and we will do our best to get the best entries, the best long-term investments, all that good stuff. Have a great evening, guys. Bye.